fly the land.
You must have patience, madam.
He had none! His flight was madness. Our fears do make us traitors.
You know not whether it was Macbeth's wisdom or his fear.
Wisdom? To leave his wife? To leave his babes? His home? He loves us not. His flight was against all reason.
My dearest coz, I pray you, your husband is noble and wise. I dare not speak much further, but cruel are the times when we are traitors. We fear, yet know not what we fear. We float upon a wild and violent sea. I take my leave of you. I'll not be long, but I'll be here again. Things that were to cease or be what they were before. My pretty cousin, blessing upon you.
Son, your father's dead. And what will you do now? How will you live?
My father's not dead, for all you're saying. Was my father a traitor, mother?
Aye, that he was.
What is a traitor?
One that swears and lies. Everyone that does so is a traitor and must be hanged.
And must they all be hanged that swear and lie?
Everyone. Now, God help thee, but how will that do for a father?
He were dead, and pleads for him.
Poor prattler, how thou talk'st. Fair lady, I am not to you know. Some danger does approach you nearly. Take advice, be not found here. Hence with your little ones. Heaven preserve you. I dare abide no longer. Whither shall I fly? I have done no harm.
Where is your husband?
I hope in no place where such as thou mayst find him.
He's a traitor.
A wise villain!
You
He has killed me, mother! Run away, I pray you!
Let us seek out some desolate shade, Macduff, and there with our sad bosoms undo.
Let us rather hold fast the mortal swords like good men. Each new day, new widows howl, new orphans cry, new sorrows strike heaven on the face that it resounds as if it felt with Scotland.
What I believe a wail, this tyrant, whose sole name blisters our tongues, was once thought honest. You have loved him well. He hath not touched you yet.
I am not treacherous.
But Macbeth is.
I have lost my hopes.
Why, in that rawness, left you wife and child without leave-taking? I pray you, let not my jealousies be your dishonors. You may be rightly just, whatever I think.
Bleed, bleed, poor country. Great tyranny! I would not be the villain that thou thinkest, for the whole space in the tyrant's grasp, and the rich east to boot.
Be not offended. I think our country sinks beneath the yoke. It reeks, it bleeds, and each new day a gash is added to her wounds.
Not in the legions of horrid hell can come an evil more damned than Macbeth. Scotland.
I granted bloody, luxurious, avaricious, false, deceitful, malicious, smacking of every sin that has a name.
Scotland.
If such a one be fit to govern, speak. I am as I have spoken.
Fit to govern? No, not to live. O nation miserable, with an untitled tyrant bloody scepter. When shalt thou see thy wholesome days again? Thy royal father was a most sainted king. The queen that bore thee, more upon her knees than on her feet, died every day she lived. Fare thee well. These evils that repeats thyself have banished me from Scotland.
Macduff, this noble passion hath from my soul wiped the black fear, reconciled my thoughts to thy good truth and honor. Devilish Macbeth, by many of these plots has sought to win me into his power.
See who comes here.
My countryman, but yet I know him not.
My ever-gentle cousin, welcome hither. Stand Scotland where it did.
Alas, poor country, almost afraid to know itself. It cannot be called our mother, but our grave, where sighs and groans and shrieks rend the air, where violent sorrow sings of modern ecstasy.
O relation, too true.
What's the newest grief?
Each minute seems a new one.
How does my wife?
Why, well,
And all my children?
well, too.
The tyrant has not battered at their peace?
No, they were well at peace when I did leave them.
What? How's Lois?
What I could answer, but I have words that will be howled out in the desert air. Their hearing should not lapse them.
What concern then? If it be mine, keep it not from me. Quickly, let me have it.
Let not your ears despise my tongue forever, which shall possess them with the heaviest sound that ever yet they heard.
I guess that. How's my wife?
Your castle is surprised. Your wife and babes savagely slaughtered, and seek to add the death of you.
Merciful heaven!
All my children?
Wife, children, servants, all that could be found.
Be comforted. Let's make us medicines of our great revenge to cure this deadly grief.
Macbeth has no children! Did you say all? All my pretty ones? Oh, how kite! All my pretty chickens in their den at one fell swoop?
Dispute it like a man!
I shall do so! But I must also feel it as a man. I cannot but remember such things that were most precious to me. Did heaven look on? Sinful Macduff! They were slain for thee. Heaven rest them now.
Be this the whetstone of your sword. Let grief convert to anger. Blunt, not the heart. Enrage it.
Oh, I could play the woman with my eye and grab it with my tongue. But gentle heavens, bring thou this fiend of Scotland and myself within my sword's length. Set him. If he escape, heaven forgive him too.
This tune goes manly. Come, go we to the king. Our power is ready. Macbeth is ripe for shaking, and the powers above put on their weaponry. The night is long that never finds the day.